I absolutely adore Iman Vellani with my entire heart. I think that she's going to have such longevity in the MCU. Hey guys, welcome back to Candid Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Now, today I'm going to play catch up. It's been a really rough couple of weeks for me, and I was unable to kind of do reviews for Miss Marvel episodes 4, 5, and 6, that finale. So I'm just gonna bunch it together. I personally did not like the last half of Miss Marvel. I thought it was really jumbled, kind of lost the tone that was just so heavily implemented in the first 3 episodes. I think that it was very stylized and unique to Kamala Khan, and I valued that, but then they kind of lost it because they had to give us so much information. There was so much excess, so much exposition that they needed to give us in order, like, for the viewers to understand who she is, where she's getting her powers from. So between the clandestines, the Jinn, sorry, the red daggers coming in, it was just really just so much. I love that we got a backstory with her grandmother. I thought it was such a beautiful way to tell it. But again, what they do with these Disney Plus shows is that they're still looking at it as a movie format. Can't do that with television. You can make it look cinematic, 100%. There's a certain episodic structure that makes a cohesive episode singular, and then it attaches to the next episode. There's a specific format for television that you can't really replace or rework in order for it to actually make it make sense. So I think that that's where they're struggling with. As a whole, Miss Marvel is a lot of fun. I love the whole family unit. As I said before, I think that there's more character development within the family, within the Khans, which I really love. I think that Kamala developed more as a person than as a superhero, which is also very important. But at the same time, when people are like, she's getting her powers too fast, she knows how to use her powers at such a different stage in like the superhero journey. And it's like, well, you know what? I'm someone who, like, I love an origin story, but the faster you get the hero to actually use their powers at full capacity, the more I'm gonna like it, because I don't need them to go through I have all my powers, I've lost it because I don't know if I can be a hero, I've gained them all back again. And like, I don't need that. The same thing happened with me with Doctor Strange. I did not care for his origin story because he's supposed to be the Sorcerer Supreme. He's supposed to be one of the most powerful mystical creatures in the galaxy. Give me that. Show me that first. I don't care about how he got them. I don't care. You're a wizard, dude. Give me the full thing. Same thing with Kamala Khan. Give me the full capacity. I love what they did with her powers. I think from episodes 4 to 6, you really got to see that it tied into her emotional nature, her roots, her heritage. And I think that's really important considering what they've shown, especially with the 3 generations, 4 generations, if you will, the grandmother, great grandmother, the mother, and Kamala. I think it's just a beautiful way to explore Kamala Khan's journey as a woman, more importantly, first than as a superhero. And I think they really highlighted that. It's a very messy way to do it, but they did highlight it. And I think that's why I enjoyed it for what it was. Again, the 6-episode structure, not a good thing whatsoever, because her great grandmother, that placement of the flashback normally and realistically would have gone at the beginning of a Marvel film. That would have been the introduction. Why is the grandmother important? Why is this bangle important? Where is this going to take us to present day Kamala Khan? Like, it would have just been that flashback, the Marvel intro after showing the artifact, and then it would go into Jersey City and all of that and go into Kamala's story if it were a movie. So again, they have the bones of the story. The structure is what is really messing everything up for them. And I think that, you know, they will eventually be on the right track here, but every single show has kind of been jumbled in its own way. They've kind of missed the mark in certain aspects. No show has been perfect. You can love a show 100%. There have been a million and one flaws, and we have all nitpicked them from the very beginning, including WandaVision. Okay, including WandaVision. I'm not going to be like WandaVision is the best one there. Sure, it was inventive and all of that. It had the luck of 9 episodes, but at the same time, they stretched certain aspects. Certain things didn't really work. And the finale was very lackluster compared to what they were trying to set up. The theories for WandaVision ruined the experience for me personally. And it was just really tough to kind of move past that. Falcon and the Winter Soldier just had their storyline butchered completely with the Flag Smashers and Carly. All of that was butchered because of COVID. And I understand that you want to get this content out there, but when you're pumping this stuff out and you realize that it's messy and you know you're not going to, like, your audience is going to like really resent you for it, because Sam Wilson kind of deserved better. Did he have a good arc? Did he have great development? Sure. But the show as a whole was really messy. And it just bothered me that they pumped it out because it was a COVID project, unfortunately, and they needed to get it out there. Loki, the same thing. The only reason why Loki is like beloved by so many and is like top 3 for me, in all honesty, was because we got King. We got Jonathan Majors at the end of this. And we had to understand what the TVA actually did and how that fits. Hawkeye, did we really have anything? We didn't even have that much to do other than bringing in Kingpin and Yelena. And then you had the Tracksuit Mafia. You had those guys. It was Christmas. You know, you had like some red herrings in Hawkeye, but it was very generic. And you just had to bring in Kate Bishop. That's fine. But at the same time, what even was the point of Hawkeye? There was no point in Hawkeye. It's the fact that they're trying to retcon these characters that didn't have the development that they needed to in 10 years. And that's really sad. Don't do it now. Because now you're backpedaling to kind of bring in the fact that Clint Barton was deaf, that, you know, Natasha Romanoff deserved a standalone a while back, and then she has a sister, like, magically. Like, it's just stuff like that you're trying to fix. So you're trying to fix, like, Bucky's trauma and going back and giving him, you know, therapy. Where was that since, like, Civil War, basically? Like, that could have been done before. So it's the fact that, like, yeah, you can fix these little things in television series, but then you're also making it that there's this massive threat on top of it. And then you're missing all of these small subplots with these characters. And it feels like there's more care going into the lore and like the threat than the actual character development sometimes. And that's why, like, with Miss Marvel, I felt like there was a decent balance till the second half. And then it lost me entirely because that was the focus. Moon Knight's the only thing where it goes hand in hand. And I think that's why it's my favorite MCU show. I think that it did an extraordinary job, balance the superhero and Mark Spector's identity, Stephen Grant's identity. I thought it was really special that they kind of worked it in tandem, and it worked for the character, it worked for the comic. So I think that each show had great aspects, and then they really just had some negative moments throughout every single show. There's not one thing that was flawless. The Moon Knight finale was very weak, very rushed. We don't know if we're getting a season 2. So that Jake Lockley post-credit scene was absolutely useless to me. So Miss Marvel was the same. It was very rushed. You have so many loose ends to tie. They did. And then I think what we all say is that it's good for what it was. But at the same time, we're heading into phase 5. There's no room for it's good for what it was. Like, we're sitting here month after month after month with like project after project. And it's like we're getting way too much at once, because I had to watch Miss Marvel, go into Thor Love and Thunder. None of that shit connects. And then I had to watch the Miss Marvel finale. Still nothing connects, but gives me so much more because they dropped the M word. And then you're sitting there like, great, we're getting mutants, but at the same time, we need to address 4 different timelines. I would honestly give Miss Marvel, and I know I went off on a tangent, but I feel like I've said everything that I need to say about this show. I absolutely adore Iman Vellani with my entire heart. I think that she's going to have such longevity in the MCU. I absolutely love that Carol Danvers was in the post-credit scene. That was great. But again, like, it's going to be such a long time until we see them again. I just really, really love that we got Miss Marvel. I love that there was a combination of her elasticity and her cosmic powers. I was really screaming when she did that punch over, the grabbing, the open hand, the embiggen. Like, when she said that stuff, I'm like, that's Miss Marvel. I was really happy to see that on screen. So as a whole for Miss Marvel, I'd kind of give it a 7 out of 10. It was at an 8 out of 10, but then episodes 4 and 5, it's also one of the weakest penultimate episodes that we've seen because it was just so messy and it introduced people and then it just ended so abruptly. And I was just really surprised that a penultimate episode kind of did that. But yeah, the finale somewhat stuck the landing, and that's fine. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's still one of my favorites. It's top 3. I absolutely love the first 2 episodes, set the tone for Kamala. I love Bruno. I love Nakia, her entire little crew, the family, everyone in the school system. I think that they really nailed it. The family aspect, they nailed the community aspect, which is really important. They had fantastic representation for the Pakistani and Muslim community, and I think that's really important here. And that's what they nailed. There's so many good things about Miss Marvel. Again, episodic structure, the 6-episode season, fix it. We can't handle this anymore. That's the only thing that I would say. So if you guys enjoyed the last half of Miss Marvel, let me know in the comments below. Is it your favorite MCU show right now? Is it top 3? Are you obsessed with Iman Vellani? Can't wait to see her in the Marvels because I can't. I'm so excited. So excited for her. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.